My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 6, 2023. It is 2:43 a.m. I stop in the middle of editing because there's a lot of things going on Twitter, and I want to capture those tweets, and then whenever I get a chance to edit them, I'll edit them. And tomorrow we're going somewhere. I don't even know. My husband don't even know, but we want to go somewhere for spring break. We're probably gonna go somewhere close by because we have no clue. So we'll decide in the morning and book someplace to stay for a couple of days. So let's go on Twitter. Okay, there's a lot going on. So this is the first tweet. All this time, money, energy, leaks, smearing to rehabilitate Camilla the homewrecker's image for nothing. I leave that for both of them. Abolish the monarchy. All right, so she retweeted that. Okay, so there's some comments here. These are the squad's comment. Once I finish listen to the video, I'll go and read some of the comment with the original tweet. Okay, Jeremy Vine is always so surprised that all the caller never support Camilla being queen. It's as if he think a few positive Daily Mail headlines should do the trick to fickle mind. Also interesting how his concern for Camilla's feelings is being dragged. Never Megan's though. Okay, so 1 minute and 10 seconds.
Tony in Swansea, hi.
How are you?
So are you happy with Queen Camilla?
Not at all happy with it at all. She's an adulteress, and
Wow.
they had sex during Charles's marriage with Diana. They had it afterwards. He's the governor of the Church of England, and should have more respect for us.
But then I suppose it says in the Bible the flesh is weak.
Well, I can't.
What? The flesh is weak? I never heard of this thing before. The flesh is weak. Wow. But I'm moving it back slightly.
Flesh is weak.
Well, I can't have respect for her. I mean, I just think of her as the king's wife, and I think that's a sufficient title. In fact, the king's second wife. And like one of your previous callers said, I'm very aware of the way in which Diana was pushed to the side and died, and that's what I think of. And the two of them should really be ashamed of themselves.
Okay.
Charlie has always tried to say that he wants his new wife to be a queen, but I think nearly everybody I know disagrees with it. I don't know anyone in this area.
All the callers have said what you said, Tony. Thank you very much. So, gosh, that's the whole secret of people saying, I almost hope Camilla's not watching. We're going to move on now after the next story.
The way he sneaks that last sentence, I hope Camilla's not watching. I mean, what did they expect? I hope more Brits speak out. I really do, because they think people are fools. And they're making the entire country look like a freaking idiot. Those people. Even though the Brits are not. But the institution is making it seems like from the outside. Okay, so let's read some of the comment. I love, okay, there's me here. Britain present needs to speak more because those social type grifters are making the UK look very bad. With the exception of Harry. Harry is the only lone wolf who has the balls to say enough is enough. Harry told Charles not to marry that homewrecker. He didn't listen. Okay, 3 people retweeted that, 13 people like it. Okay, I bet he was at that infamous Christmas lunch. There's that. Okay, exactly. They are not love at all. Okay, she will never be queen for many of us who live in the UK. No matter how hard the powers that be and the papers, media, etc. push her to be. She is an adulteress. Diana was our perfect queen and the people's princess. Wow. I'm telling you, Brits, little people, if you are on social media, let it be known, because those people are making, in other words, they're taking your voice, making it seem like it's every Brit that think like them. Because I'm from the outside. When you look at in the US, when certain things are happening, if little people don't speak out, you will assume it's the entire United States, right? So it's the same way, me from the outside looking at the UK. So small people on social media, believe me, a little raindrops make a flood. So if you think your voice doesn't matter, you'll be surprised. Okay, your voice do matter. If you're on social media, speaks positive of whatever it is that you're passionate about. Okay, if you put positive thing out there, people will know. So it's the same thing. Let people know what's going on. It's not, you don't approve of it, because this is not right. Okay, she will never be queen. Okay, that's the one I just read. It was excellently said. Hey Jeremy, why cut the man off? He is telling you what the people are saying, not paid a kisser like you, doing the palace bidding, trying to build up Charles and Camilla as normal people. Alright, funny you said all the callers never support Camilla. He hurried him off the line. Do not be surprised and don't believe it. Okay? If you will hear a round of poor Camilla calls in the coming days, or propaganda to support the undeserving. Okay, that makes sense. You're gonna start hearing more positive things toward Camilla, because they're the one who's gonna be calling to talk about themselves. Okay, this is rich. The people are speaking the truth. Hope they get low attendance, boos, and heckles on their shiny hat day. Queen Diana will never be forgotten. They will never be forgiven. She will get the loyalty from us that she did not get in life. The real. Okay, so let's go into that. This is the original tweet. Let's see what some people said. Oh, there's more. Okay, David on caller was the best caller to Jeremy Vine. Shame he wasn't in the day. Okay, 45 seconds.
Tyndall will do wonders for the PR for the royal family?
Well, I mean, why should the royal family be upset?
Because maybe the royal family don't really want the general public to know that two of their members like to go out and get smashed.
I mean, there's nothing, let's face it, I mean, look at where we're up to now. We've got two divorcees on the throne. You've got Prince Charles, the royal sanitary towel. That's his own description of himself. And we've got Camilla, the royal floozy.
The royal floozy. What? Oh my god, the royal floozy. Oh my goodness. Let me rewind it slightly.
Sanitary towel. That's his own description of himself. And we got Camilla, the royal floozy.
Ooh, don't know if that's fair, David.
Worry about upsetting those.
So you think they've got nothing to lose then? Is that what you're saying? I think what's happening, David, is you've got your TV on in the background, because Tyndall will do wonders.
Okay, it's playing again. Okay, I forgot about him. LOL. There's this. In some ways, the level of hate generated against Meghan by the media was a way for them to make the public like Camilla. I mean, this, no matter what they do, I'm not from the UK, but no matter what they do, if they want the world, people like me, to like her, there is absolutely no way. She is not part of my bingo card of positive human being. Yeah. All right. To make the public like Camilla, because they knew that she was deeply unpopular. So when she became queen, the plebs would be so focused on hating Meghan, but it did not work. Camilla is still hated. That's the thing. Whenever the institution have opportunity to make things right, they ruin it. Some evil-minded come and disturb the natural flow of things. They ruin it because they're forcing their crazy thinking onto people. So like I said in many other videos, the center of gravity, what the universe wants, it will always be. Because no matter how much they interrupt it, at the end of the day, that magnet is still gonna pull in toward the positive thing. Okay, it's just a slight little pause into the path of what it meant to be, but at the end of the day, the universe will win. Okay, she is queen consort, not queen, and only because Queen Elizabeth II was tricked into signing that letter saying it was her wish. We all know that was a lie. Okay, I'm telling you, the way I see these people do things step by step, and then even before she died, I mean, we knew eventually she will die, because she was at that frail age of, you know, when the end is near. They will start putting images of her like she's in the coffin or something like that. Okay, but when they see certain things were happening, like when Harry and Meghan came to do their business work and all of that, they interrupt that. I truly believe this was an interruption to Harry and Meghan's popularity, the love that they saw Harry and Meghan was receiving. They wanted to stop it, and then they interfered by putting the Queen as one of those things. But anyway, let's continue reading. Okay, it will boil my blood to watch or listen to him. I used to hear him inadvertently on the radio when I let the previous program run on. He was always stirring shit up about something, but I haven't done that in ages, thankfully. Okay, so there's more thing. Condemnation. I'll click on it. Please pause your screen and read it. Okay. All right. There's this. Clearly, the campaign to rehabilitate her image was all for now. Okay, how about disingenuous person? He is fast becoming as bad as Piers Morgan. Okay, I hate that man. Okay, I don't know enough for me to feel the same way. Okay, I'm just reading what's there. Caller, the two of them, King Charles and Camilla, should be ashamed of themselves. The world accurate. What are they thinking? Okay, Jeremy Vine can try and sanitize Camilla as much as he wants. She will still carry the stench of the mistress with her. Chuck couldn't marry her in a church, yet they are going to anoint the two adulterers in the Church of England. Gross. I don't know. Probably because he's been at those gatherings with the likes of Jeremy Clarkson, Piers Morgan, Judi Dench, and Sai. Okay, there's the laugh. Same shock. All the campaigning for Camilla hasn't seemed to work. It's quite hilarious, really. And he said all the callers are of the same views. Even some royalists are not buying the Queen Camilla crap. Alright, so there's more. You could pause your screen and read it. Let me go to the next one. Okay. Sorry if you part of this. I didn't read that. Alright, let's go to the next one. So I retweeted this and I bookmarked mine. Okay, so let's see here. The only smart British royal there is, he understands history, he understands the present, he can make educational guess of what the future might be. So far, I think he is spot on. Okay, that's the bullseye GIF. Okay, so I retweeted here is a minute and 48 seconds from someone who tweeted it, but I'll be putting a screenshot because YouTube will do something. Okay, and there was no comment under my tweet. Okay. Eerie, several years after her death, her son is using same words Diana used to describe Camilla. What horrible pain they must have put her through. Princess Diana forever. Alright, a minute and 48 seconds. Let's listen. And I'm sorry, I'm putting screenshot.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
She needed to rehabilitate her image.
You and your brother both directly asked your dad not to marry Camilla.
Yes.
Why?
We didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good.
And the other thing as well, the video that I'm editing right now, I'm reading stuff that there's William doing exactly the same thing that the dad did. There's those page boys. I think one of them is his. This is allegedly, okay? I do not know for a fact, but this is what is being said. Allegedly. There are two twin boys, and one is gonna be the heir to, I guess, Cholmondeley's whatever estate. Is because of how much he weighed when he was birthed. Okay, because he weighed more, and the other one, I don't know. So I don't know the nonsense that's going in the background, but it seems like allegedly that William is repeating exactly what his dad did. Okay, so if he could take his own advice moving on forward, if the monarchy still exists and is going accordingly based on what we expect it to be, where he is the heir, okay, he better not repeat the next thing, which is marrying the side piece. So the same thing probably will happen again. Okay, but the only, you know what, let's listen to this. Too much mess over there.
More harm than good. And that if he was now with his person, that surely that's enough. Why go that far when you don't necessarily need to? We wanted him to be happy, and we saw how happy he was with her. So at the time it was okay.
You wrote that she started a campaign in the British press to pave the way for a marriage, and you wrote, I even wanted Camilla to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy.
Mhm.
How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
There is something, when someone is focused on something, okay? Because I've seen it on myself. When you focus on something, sometimes it is very dangerous to be that directly focused. It is good and bad. Why? Because when you so focus on certain things, you sometimes fail to see the ripple effect of your action. Okay? It is good to be focused. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, be mindful of each decision that you make, how it is going to affect your bottom line. Because I could see, this is the thing. Allegedly is focused, the person that they're talking about, allegedly is focused on one thing and one thing alone. And that person does not care who get hurt at the end. I truly believe that. Okay? So Harry is right.
Dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. And there was open willingness on both sides to trade of information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being Queen Consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
Wow.
Harry says over the years he was one of those bodies. He accuses Camilla and even his father at times of using him or William to get better tabloid coverage for themselves. Prince Harry writes, Camilla, quote, sacrificed me on her personal PR altar.
If you are led to believe as a member of the family that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you is going to improve your reputation or increase the chances of you being accepted as monarch by the British public, then that's what you're going to do.
Because to be role models, or the role models that each of you are, takes strength and it takes courage. When I talk to my son Archie about what he wants to be when he grows up, some days it's an astronaut, other days it's a pilot, a helicopter pilot, obviously. Or Quasi from Octonauts. If you're laughing, then you've seen it. But what I remind him is that no matter what you want to be when you grow up, it's your character that matters most.
Sacrificed me on her personal PR altar.
If you are led to believe as a member of the family that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you is going to improve your reputation or increase the chances of you being accepted as monarch by the British public,
it's your character that matters most.
Then that's what you're going to do.
Wow. Harry is the only smart man out there in that institution. And he is spot on. He is spot on. Let's see here. Just so painful. Oh, I just hate Camilla and her pathetic husband. Get rid of the monarchy. No respect. Okay, I really do feel for Prince Harry. You can clearly see his pain in this video clip. There's the heartbreaking. That's commercial. Very painful. If we have to have a queen, and I don't think we need one, it should have been Diana. Yeah, she was perfect. And the thing, she picked the perfect person. Charles and Camilla picked the perfect person, and then they thought that just because they don't want who put them there, who put her there, they could ruin her. Well, they did ruin her. It's very sad when you look at the steps that they did to get rid of her like that. She was doing her thing privately and do her thing, and then groom to have her love him, okay, and then to backstab her like that. Literally backstab her. Where she's not alive anymore. This is very painful. Camilla will have loved every minute of it, okay, and that is exactly what Camilla has been doing since Diana was buried, trying to rehabilitate her reputation in plain sight, and people fell for it. Okay, it's true, money does not buy happiness, and also a root of all evil. Camilla yearns for power and money, and I bet she's not done scheming. Yeah, there was a tweet, I don't know if I have it. One of the squad is put a picture of Kate and Rose and said who will get to the throne, and I said none of them will get to the throne, because if Camilla is still doing whatever it is that she's doing, she will make sure, okay, to keep it on her side of the family. Okay, Diana was used as a broodmare by Charles and the royal family. He and Camilla were too cowardly to defy the royals and marry each other when they were young, and then they were too selfish to give each other up and move on. Camilla's ex-husband and their kids are also victims. Okay, Harry was speaking nothing but facts. Okay, I have a soft spot for Harry. This is so sad. Let's see here. Are you Brits happy to have this woman as your queen? Okay. What is it? Mother of a nation. That's what she called herself. Mother of a nation. It says a lot about Britain. I'm telling you, the Brits better speak up if they let this happen, because if they could do that and to be the head, I mean, this is the top of the top in terms of social class, to represent the people, and you guys just sit back and listen and let this happen? My goodness. Thank Camilla. Okay, after what's on the screen, that's it. Camilla will result in the end of monarchy's pity, because thank Charles' stand on environment could have been game-changing. With Camilla in charge, the racist, privileged colonial press will defend their power, not a fairer, more sustainable world, said royal family. Yep, and this is why I said I think Camilla, when I respond to that comment, I might have it in this video, is that Camilla have people in all the right places to help her pull whatever it is that she's trying to pull, because they want something in return. The thing in return is, to protect, it's like they're protecting each other. Good King Harry, respect to Harry for exposing all of it. I know so many women like that. Seems pretty self-evident. Give the then princess consort, became queen consort, became queen, all on the back of pretty tawdry affair between two married people with small children. PD at royal family cannot acknowledge their part and jousting for Camilla's position and harm cause. And the thing is that the rest of the royal family just sit back and let things like that happen, and then they're trying to get I mean, it's trying to get Harry back to the UK, and you know why. You know why. I've said it has been done before. This is why. Okay, that's the title of one of my videos. If you listen to it, you'll know what I mean by that. And continue to put him and his family through. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. There's more comment, but let's move on. I'm already 21 minutes on only 2 tweets. This is the third one. Okay, the media want to know so that they can prepare the wake of abuse in advance. They have stories quest up for attend or decline that will carry so much more weight if they can file them early. Any last minute slagging will be too obvious. Okay, what she's saying here, the media in the UK wants to know in advance if Harry and Meghan are coming. That way, whatever they have prepared, okay, attend if Harry's gonna come, they already have something, a whole bunch of stuff prepared. And if they're gonna decline, they already have something prepare. So if they know for a fact that he's coming or not coming, so they could push forward whatever narrative they have. Okay, I can't believe this, because I remember when I first started covering Harry and Meghan, I did say something like that. I said, oh my God, these people probably have all of the headlines in the file cabinet. When certain event happen, all they have to do is go to the file cabinet and pick one. And I said this like at the beginning, when I was starting to understand these people's type of behavior. I said, I don't think at that time I was putting dates on my videos, but at least you could see when it was published, because it was very early on my videos. Not this channel, Pure YTE, that is. All right, let's continue. Apparently, it's, quote, deeply unfair to the king and queen consort to have uncertainty over the Sussexes hanging over their heads, end quote. Harry and Meghan live rent-free in their heads. Love how Harry and Meghan are taking their time. If the coronation is all about them, let them all wait. Royal family and press. There's a laugh. So she retweeted that. Let's see. I'm gonna come back out. Okay, there are now 2 plans. One for if they come and another if they don't. It's another layer of responsibility that staff could do without. Another family friend said it seems deeply unfair to the king and queen consort to have uncertainty over the Sussexes hanging over their heads when they just wanted to get on and plan such a wonderful and historic day of celebration. Regardless of everything that's happened, a simple yes or no will be polite and sufficient, they added. My goodness. All right, so she retweeted that. Let's read some of the comment. Oh, Reagan, continue. Okay, also, I wonder if it occurred to the royal family that if they stop giving daily updates on the situation to the media, that Harry and Meghan might be more inclined to respond. That's the thing. Because everything that Harry speak with them about, even if Harry said, don't go and say to the tabloid, next thing you know, they go and do it. Why? Because they can. So Harry is holding his part. Okay, if I don't want something to be leaked, I'm not gonna tell you, because your mouth is like a leaking faucet. Okay, as if the coronation is all about Harry and Meghan attending. For sure, the British media will have a feast of their hit articles on the ready, whether Harry and Meghan in attendance or not. The article already, but with every passing day, they're losing their bites. It's hard to pretend you have sources in their inner circle if you can only write things about the fact. Okay, I'm confident they're not attending. I haven't the faintest idea. Yeah, we don't know. For all I know, Harry and Meghan could be in the, where all the people on the attendance, where you stand on the street to watch. Maybe they'll be there. They won't even show inside the ceremony. I don't know. I always say something crazy when this topic come up. Okay, so this just proves Harry's point that the family leaks. No wonder he hasn't given his RSVP. He doesn't want it leaked to the press. Okay, they're floundering. Every day that passes without any resolution, they are forced with the reality that they may have to abandon all their Harry and Meghan will be at coronation because they are desperate to maintain their connection to the royal family for their brand, theories, and they're upset. Okay, exactly, Pagan. They will not be able to snub them or treat them like trash in front of the world if they don't come. They have to put the biracial family members in their place and show them how much they are not wanted. They must come. It's pathetic. Media has to add some info about Harry and Meghan to coronation news. Media believes it's downplaying their relevance by obsessively talking and writing daily about them. Can see Charles' email saying he's sending an invite, but Camilla does not want you here. And they go, hello, well. All right, so there's more. Let's go to the next one. Okay, I see here I put serious. What does that mean? Maybe a serious tweet. Okay, I see why. Okay, when Prince Philip died, the Queen made sure Prince Harry was informed before it was announced. When the palace couldn't reach him, they called the UK embassy in New York, who called the sheriff's office and SB to wake him up at 3 a.m. When the Queen died, Harry found out from the BBC. Yeah, I remember that time. Because I was confused. There were different time things that was being said. Where was I? I know I was not behind my computer and I was trying to figure out, because different timing was coming out. Prime ministers, I'm seeing the image inside one of those, is it House of Commons? Whatever they call, where all the MPs usually are. There were some issues going on. And I'm seeing images of Harry at the tarmac, trying to reach to go see the Queen or something like that. Yeah, there was really some crazy thing going on that day. It seems like it was planned. Okay, there are now two plans. One for if they come. Okay, so that's the same thing that I just read. Okay, so she retweeted that. Okay, so she retweeted that when Prince Philip died, what was done. Okay, and she retweeted that again. Looks like I just read that. Yes, I read that. Okay, there is something pitiful about how King Charles doesn't take care of people he's responsible for. First wife, sons, daughter-in-law, siblings, and their kids, and how grasping he is about new throne, golden carriage, and his big party. Yeah, that's right, it's true. And I think the Queen saw it. The Queen saw that. That's why she stayed that long. Okay, it's Queen Camilla's coronation, and alongside her is her side piece, Charles, the King Consort. So not really Harry's family. That's, when you look at it, from what I've been reading so far, it's true. Okay, I doubt that it matters one jot to Chuck and Camille whether they go or not. But be ready if they do go. The firm will have plans in place to make them as uncomfortable as possible, just enough to abuse them. Okay, Queen did care about Harry, Meghan, and children. I don't think she had much control at the end of her life, but she did her best inviting them to the Jubilee and was always in contact with them. Chubby is waste man of a father. Okay, before it was announced the Queen was dead, Charles leaked to the media that he banned Meghan from coming to Balmoral with Harry. There was other things too. So I don't think this decision was really Charles, but it came from him. Okay, if you know what I mean by that. Okay, Charles used his mother's funeral to try to punish and humiliate the Sussexes. That's what I think too. And this is why I truly believe the Queen then died naturally. Okay, because at that time, Harry and Meghan were doing so many things. People were happy and were happy to see them and all of that. So to put a stop to that, and I think they used the Queen. I'm sorry. The day that happened, I said it, and I still believe that. And as my humble opinion. Okay, why will the Sussexes care about being considerate? Okay, afterwards, that's it. Okay, that's what Harry should do. Tell the BBC the day before the coronation that he's not coming. Let Charles get a taste of his own medicine. The breaking news will suck the air out of the event, and every royal expert will be freaking on that. This one is even better than all the things that I've said. Maybe, yeah, a couple hours leading to the coronation, call BBC and said that. This is better. I love that. I love that. This is way better. Okay, besides all of the other things that I've said in the past. It has repeatedly been reported that the Sussexes are irrelevant. Why will irrelevant people lacks of response hang over anyone's head? Okay, perhaps they have accepted or possibly declined, and that they don't want their decision announced because of security reason. Harry has said he hasn't told that, told at all. No, I don't think Harry will tell them, because Harry has known anything that Harry said privately that he wants to keep private. They don't care. Okay, they do whatever they want with Harry's message. Maybe now they might be afraid because Harry is taking action wherever he can. Okay, because Harry is the only one who's standing up to them. Okay, this makes me cry. No matter who hates him, he is and always will be a prince of the blood. As British press isn't saying, there's a difference between his ex-employer, the monarchy, and his family. Yeah, this is the thing. Harry wanted to separate these two. He didn't want to be part of the firm. Okay, the business aspect. He wanted the family. But no, they're mangling everything. Because according to them, based on my experience, based on things that I read, my humble opinion, it seems like because they chose Princess Diana to be the mother for the firm, and then whatever Diana produces, okay, it's for the firm. So they want to control the kids of the firm. But little did they know, this is purely evil. I mean, I'm saying it, it's crazy to think that way. When a human being is born, okay, they begin, the minute they left their mother's womb, they're on their own, okay, to breathe by themselves or whatever. They become their own person. But these people want to control them. And Harry saying, nope, you're not gonna control me. Okay, you did what you did already, but I'm out. But the other brother, they're controlling. And he's repeating almost the same thing, where the firm, okay, the firm already trained him to be that way. Okay, you're gonna have a family for the firm. Okay, we're gonna give you lavish parties and all of that, money endlessly. Okay, that's for the firm. But in the private, you could do whatever you want. Okay, we'll keep this private, this kind of thing. But you know, whatever's in the dark will eventually come to light. But I think William is doing the same thing. And the other kid, who's the heir to the throne, they're already training him. And if the mother of that kid know better, is to start training him to say, no, this is not the way to go, because she's living that thing right now. And before you know it, they're gonna eliminate her. Oh my God. Let me stop. Next tweet. Okay, so I'm putting the same thing. 88. Okay, yeah, I'm putting the same thing. Let's go to the next one. Next tweet. While King Charles III and Prince William siphon off over £1 billion from UK land, struggling UK taxpayers are being forced to pay for extravagant coronation against their will. At Guardian reveal the way the royal family hides their money and racism. Did I put this? I don't think I put it on my community board, but I took screenshot to do it, but I had something to do. And I don't think I did. If I did, I don't know. But the link of the article for The Guardian will be in the description. I already put the link in my list, but I'm not going to read it. Okay, it should not be detract from Elizabeth II's achievement to observe how this addiction to secrecy allowed the most unacceptable and coercive practices to take root. And the past 3 years, official papers uncovered by The Guardian have revealed how the Queen and her advisors repeatedly abused the procedure of Crown consent to secretly alter British law. There's a video that I did where I talk about the something Crown consent thing. Okay, how they talk to the member of parliament when a law's gonna come out, how they, you know, they need to know first, and then they will alter certain things, put things in the bill, I would say bill, the law that they're gonna pass to benefit them. Okay, if it affect them, they alter it in a way to somewhat they don't part of it or something like that. Okay, so check that one out. I think it was from The Guardian as well. Maybe it's the same thing. Okay, in the past 3 years, official papers uncovered by The Guardian have revealed how the Queen and her advisors repeatedly abused the procedures of Crown consent to secretly alter British laws, including in 1973 as part of a successful bid to conceal her, quote, embarrassing and quote, private wealth from the public, until at least 1968, and very probably after, Queen Elizabeth II's household did not appoint colored immigrants or foreigners to clerical roles, although they were permitted to work as domestic servants. Even today, Buckingham Palace insists it only comply with non-discrimination law voluntarily. Does the King approve of this? What other abuses have yet to be revealed, and how are they going to come to light when the monarchy is exempt from the Freedom of Information Act? Again, they keep getting away with things. I mean, when you think about it, okay, put yourself in their shoes. Okay, you try one thing, you get away with it. So if you get away with the first one, you're gonna try something else, you get away with it. Hey, you're gonna keep on trying to benefit you until people say enough is enough. But the only difference is we're not as greedy. That's the difference. We're not as greedy, but they keep on getting away with it. I mean, it's like, why not? Nobody's stopping them. So I don't know what to say about this, because there's a way of things to be that could be put a stop to, but nobody's saying anything. They put themselves in that pedestal and they want people to lift them up, and the people are lifting them up. So why not keep taking advantage? But it's just Harry who understand and don't want to abuse that position.
How do you understand it to begin with? How do you know that that's a part of your destiny?
Well, we don't, put it this way, we don't all sit in a room with a queen and a blackboard going. It's a kind of, I don't know, I think it's, I wouldn't say it's in our blood, but at the same time I think it's over history and watching our parents, watching our grandparents, and just learning our way through that process. I mean, Christ, I think I went to my first proper royal engagement at the age of 4 or 5. So you make mistakes, like we all have, and then slowly you find your way and you start to realize that you've got an incredible platform to make really positive change.
Did you always embrace this role and responsibility?
No, I don't think I understood it. I think what happened to my mum probably put me a step back, thinking, well, how could someone who did so much for the world and did so much for everybody else could be treated like that by a certain institution? So it takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, you know, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back, and also getting the trust and respect of the general public, and then using that position for good.
Would help.
Okay, but let's continue. I'm only reading Charles III in an Irish accent from now on. Okay, Charles III. Look at it right there. Okay. End of the day, the choice is up to the masses of the 21st century. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I didn't even see this comment. That's exactly that. Okay, it's up to the people. If they could get away with it, there's nothing anybody else can say. But if the people who's suffering, allowing it to happen, I don't know. I can't complain with that, because it's not my tax money. Okay, I mean, you see the unfairness is happening, but the people who allow the unfairness to happen, what can I say? I can't say anything. It's just sad to see it happening. Okay, end of the day, the choice is up to the masses of the 21st century. After all, their ancestors have done a lot to diminish royal powers. Throughout history, there is nothing holding back than taxpayers in 2023 to decide what to do about the UK royal family via voting. Exactly. But when it's, I've said this before, when it's time to voting, especially the last election that I always make reference to, there's in the US there's 2020 election, and then a little bit after the 2020 election in the UK there was an election that went on, and I was shocked to see how the UK vote. So what they're gonna do when it's time to vote again, they're gonna completely ignore all this, okay, all the unfairness that's going on. What they're gonna put, it's, I mean, you see it's boiling in the UK still, about racism, immigrants, you know, all of this, okay? The scare tactic to make you think that this is the root of the problem, when in fact they don't want who's the problem, okay? Make you forget completely about what they are doing, okay? So if you haven't paying attention or whatever, you're gonna think this is what it is. So it's the same cycle of things, the same blueprint, okay? Abolish the monarchy. What ticks me off is that they try to portray her as a saint. Okay, the British working class happy to remain being fleeced by the royal family while the poor continue to suffer. The way they worship Kate, William, and Charles, etc. is sickening. This is the thing. There's nothing anybody else can do except for the people of the UK. Okay, they like it otherwise. They know 1789 and France. There's that. The upcoming generation won't be tolerating this much longer. Okay, abolish the monarchy nonsense. And okay, let's see here. Why was Harry living in poverty before marriage while his father's estate was making so much money? There's no enough. Okay, there's not enough to go around. Then does that mean Charles can trust Peggy with the estate and want to continue as his landlord? Okay, I don't know with the side piece. Okay, so I'm reading everything. Is that a commercial? No, it's not. Okay, look at how they treated so-called colored staff once they were forced to hire them. All right, so you could read this. All right, pause your screen and read this. I'm done with that. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. I don't want to create more humble opinion on that. I'm almost an hour already. All right, so this is good. I'm glad I put this right after. Okay, the people that abuse Harry and Meghan to uplift WanK are always wrong, son. All right, let's read this. Meanwhile, Scott Benton, Tory MP for Blackpool South since 2019, said he believed that many of his constituents will want the Duke of Sussex to be stripped of his title. William and Kate are immensely popular both in this country and around the world. Their decency and class is unmistakable, and we are lucky to have them, he told Mail Online. Okay, so this, now let's listen to the video. I listened to it already.
We vote in House Commons 2 or 3 times a day. The Minister has to pass you, and then you've got 10 minutes while you walk around to the next vote to have his ear. There's written questions as well, where we can table things on the public record and get an instant response within 5 working days. And thirdly, we have access to papers and information which PR companies will.
The government is carrying out a major review of gambling laws for the first time since 2005. We set up a fake company and approached several MPs saying we were looking to hire a politician as a paid expert advisor. During the 70-minute...
Wow. They were looking to hire a paid MP. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But okay, little England peasant people.
Meeting, Benson had repeatedly outlined how he was willing to take actions which would break parliamentary rules.
Okay, pause your screen. I'm pausing it too, and you could read. You know what? Let me read. Benton said that after meeting top partner, he became concerned that the rule discussed was not within parliamentary rules, and he contacted the common authorities to clarify the rules. Okay, so that was it. Okay, let's see here. Okay, but to get this type of people in position, It takes the little peasants. Okay, this is why they need to pay attention. All right, the epitome of decency in class. We are lucky to have them. Thank you for being such a great ambassador to our brilliant country. Wow, so this is the guy who tweeted that. Wow, the PR. Wow, wow, wow. 11.6 thousand followers. Followed by National Education Union, Anti-Bullying Pro, from charity the Diana Award, and Daniel Sanford. Wow, wow, wow. And then there's Dawn Butler, okay, who was there to do what the people wanted. Whoever elected. Is she still an MP, Dawn Butler? When she went to what do they call it, House of Commons or Parliamentary, and to call out Johnson is a liar, and they kick her out of there. Okay, decency in class. Can you imagine? Okay, I don't know anything about Scott, but his support of William and Kate doesn't diminish Harry and Meghan in any way, does it? I mean, it's just the word, the connection, where Harry and Meghan said something with that position. They take it very seriously with, I'll put the clip what Meghan said during the engagement interview, where she take it very seriously. She take the part very seriously and stuff like that.
And Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes. You've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility. You realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility.
Got it?
Or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility.
Got it? Let's do better.
So these people, they know they have a lot of followers. Depend each of these followers, I just read 11.6 thousand followers he has. Okay, so who don't know some of the things, like this video that I just watched, this one in the corner. Not everybody will see that. Maybe they will take him as honest as possible, but at least one mind. Okay, it takes only one mind to convince. Okay, and then that mind might convince someone else. So he has 11.6 thousand followers. How many mind has he changed? Okay, so this is the way you need to think about it. And this is why sometimes companies hire influencers to talk about their product and things like that. And then this is where Meghan, what used to do on IG, from my understanding, I wasn't following her back then, okay, where she was making money off of her IG post and her TIG and all of that, because she had a lot of followers. So those companies want those eyeballs. Each of these millions of, I think she had 3 million followers. Okay, can you imagine that? So with that amount of followers,
or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility.
Those companies want those eyeballs. Okay, people, those 3 million plus, okay, 2 eyeballs, so 6 million eyeballs to be looking at their product, and each of these individuals to listen to what Meghan says about the particular product that pay Meghan to talk about. And this is where Meghan said it becomes, she take it very seriously with whatever the platform or whatever, she take it very seriously because she's influencing people. Okay, so people who listen to her, who like her, who trust what she says, okay, will say, oh, Meghan is promoting this product, let me go buy or whatever, right? And this is where Meghan become very selective and says, I'm only going to promote things that is dear to me, things that I will use for myself. So if I'm promoting this, okay, and there's those 3 million followers who see me using it, is because I like it. Okay, this is what I mean by that. But what these people do when they have a lot of followers, they don't care. Okay, as long they present them with the money, okay, and then they'll promote anything. So I don't know. You make whatever you want with this, whatever information I just said. But this is what I believe too. And this is why I'm like, I don't care the amount of followers, because I will do whatever I want. When you look at YouTube who's trying to, stop my channels or whatever, I believe in some of the things that I'm saying. Okay, I probably will make mistakes here and there, and then once I know I make the mistake, I'll try to correct it. Like for instance, oh my God, the other day I posted that particular link of an article, and one thing I forgot to say, because it was late at night, I was about to go to bed, and I saw, Megan won her case, or they dismissed Samantha's case, or something like that. I was shocked, and I quickly put it, and then went to bed. But when I got up and read the article, and I was like, no, it's not true. Part of it is correct, but not all of it, and I quickly make the correction if I'm aware of the truth. Okay, I'll try my best not to sway you into thinking stupid things. And when I don't know, I tell you I don't know. Okay, let me stop promoting myself here. Next one. Let's go to the next tweet. If you see what's there, that's there. Okay, I'm almost an hour here. But anyway, and I think the whole point that I was making over there on my last tweet is that those followers that these guys have is that many of them may not know some of the things he's doing in the background. Okay, it's not too many people are on Twitter to know or to come across that video. So he's influencing minds. Okay, next tweet. It's inevitable that Australia dumps the monarchy and become a republic. All right, I'm gonna click this, but I'm not gonna read anything. Okay, let me focus on the comments. The link of the article will be in the description for you. The amount of misery in one formal photo is outstanding. The only person I could see who's happy is this one. Even Charles is not even happy. And the rest are performing. Okay, they already know it's a performance. But this one, work her way up to make sure she's there. This is sad. Sad in so many levels. Okay, good. They want to be in a number of organizations in the Indo-Pacific area, but they aren't a sovereign nation and are a satellite of UK. What is that? Which is a failed state. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. There's two comments in that. I don't understand. But true failed state. What is that? That's a commercial. I don't understand this comment at all. Okay, I'm Australian, and we will have a referendum on a republic if the Labour government is elected for a second term, and that's very likely as the coalition are becoming unelectable. Okay, that's in Australia. This is the second comment that I hear similar to that. Okay, inevitable can't come soon enough. Okay, they are supposed to be in the pinnacle of human existence, the stuff of fantasy and fairy tale, castle, servant, and lifelong security and housing, clothing, food, and banking. It's a mystery why they always look so endlessly miserable. I don't know, because they never have to worry about anything. So they, at the place where they could do whatever they want, they're never happy. Yep. Okay, who still and pale on steroid. Long time coming, but we keep paying for our own head of state, not my king. Okay, a serious and committed campaign must begin and not end until Australia become a republic. Enough is enough of this barbaric institution. This Queen Camilla business is a mistake. Charles is a petulant man boy. Petulant man boy, and this single act will haunt his reign. Okay, it's so unpopular. Oh my goodness, it's about time. Okay, get in line, as we cannot have something to say about these freeloaders too. Wow. Okay, Pommy WanK. Oh my God. Okay, let's move on. Next tweet. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze everything in one video, and then I'll just, when I'm editing, I'll divide it into.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together. And if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.